Let's bring you this now. 90% of brain development happens before the age of 5, and it's therefore crucial that during these years, children are given stimulation, nutrition and support. But sadly, more than, of course, half of the population live below the poverty line, and they simply do not have the resources. But that's where a KZN NGO is stepping in, which is Thanda, and it has trained and hired unemployed youth to take care of children. We're now joined by one of the co-founders, Angela Larkan. Thank you so much for your time. Just explain to us how severe the situation is, and as far as children are concerned that you work with.
Yeah, it varies from community to community, but in a lot of places there aren't any programs for these children. And unfortunately, a lot of people rely on a program to provide that stimulation and development that children need so crucially in those early years. So we tried to step in during lockdown, and actually because we saw an opportunity to work with guardians so that they didn't outsource that role so much, and so that they could take on that role themselves. So it's very important that we work with community members to help them to see that beyond providing a service, that they themselves at home are able to provide the stimulation and learning and development that children need so crucially in those early years.
You assist children in this regard, but I also understand that you further train and hire unemployed youth. Angela, talk to me about that.
Yes, we hire youth from the community, and then we train them internally on primarily the 5 game-changing skills that we hope to instill in all children that we work with, which is empathy, critical thinking, self-esteem, creativity, and perspective, as well as a really solid foundation in numeracy, literacy, and science. So we work a lot with the youth in developing their skills in that so that they can then go out into the community and provide the programs that the children need to develop those skills themselves. In some cases, it's through a center-based program. In other cases, it's under a tree. So it really can be done anywhere in any situation. Sometimes we take a dilapidated building and convert it into an ECD center. ECD can really be done anywhere and in so many different ways. What's important is that there's an adult who's intentionally working with the children to support their learning and development.
Yeah, and you do advocate for stimulation, nutrition and support for children to be given at all times. How can the public further assist you in achieving this?
Well, support to Thanda at www.thanda.org is always extremely welcome. It enables us to reach more children in these communities through our programs, whether it's under trees or trying to help the community convert buildings into ECD centers, and hiring more youth and being able to provide more nutritious meals, because the nutrition is essential for brain development in those early years, and it's something that you can't undo later on. So it's really a critical time that we intervene, and it makes an enormous difference later on in the children's lives.
Well, Angela, thank you so much for talking to us. Angela Larkan there from Thanda.